Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. Today's story name is You Should Have Asked Me, written by the great Sudha Murty. Now let's go to the story. I have known Rakesh for a long time. A few years ago, he called me up and said, "You know that we manufacture school bags in our factory. There are always seconds with small defects. We can probably sell them for half the price depending on the defect. But I thought that it is better to give them to you for free because you can at least distribute them to needy children in rural areas. Will you come once a year and collect the bags from us? I was absolutely thrilled by his offer because it is hard to get such a donation for rural schools. Most wealthy people live in big cities, and if they donate money, it is usually in the city itself. There are few people who give back to their hometowns, but hardly anyone ever gives to rural areas that they are not connected to. Sometimes I feel that villages and towns are benefited only if a rich philanthropist originates from that area. Otherwise, thousands of villages go unnoticed without anyone's help and remain totally dependent on the government. I work in such a village where a small donation can make a big difference to its children. Rakesh's offer was like a chancing upon a gold mine. Rakesh, thank you so much for your help. I said, if you want, I will give you the list of schools where we will distribute your bags. Do you need a letter from us? He gave a hearty laugh and said, "Oh, there is absolutely no formality. You don't have to inform me about anything. I have faith and trust in you. You can come and collect the bags every year in May before the school year starts. It is very difficult to earn trust. It takes years to build and it can be destroyed in an instant by one bad deed. Trust requires an enormous amount of integrity, and you have to prove every time that you are worthy of it. I am very grateful to our society and community. The Infosys Foundation has built a great reputation for itself, and everybody is ready to help us with anything that we might need. Every year, my assistant went and made the factory manager, and he would bring the bags back with him. After a few months, my assistant said, "Ma'am, there is a new manager in the factory, so I had to explain the whole process to the new manager, which took some time. These days, it is hard to retain employees in any company. So I decided to send an email to the new manager explaining the process and for record keeping. The new manager acknowledged my email and the yearly visits to collect the bags went on. In the last 10 years, there were 4 new factory managers, but the procedures always remain the same. Meanwhile, Rakesh grew old. He decided to retire and move back to Delhi. One day he called me and said, "I am shifting base to Delhi. Bharat, my son in law, will now run his office. I have explained the process to him, so he is aware of the annual donation, and you don't have to worry. Nothing is going to change. I thank him and wish him a good retired life." Bharat joined the factory in April and the new manager I sent him an email to congratulate him and to explain the usual process. I did not get reply. My assistants went to the factory in May that year. All the bags were packed and loaded in the truck. Then Bharat called my assistant and said, "Please don't load the truck until your chairperson comes and meets me. Kindly unload the truck if you have already loaded it." My assistant sent the message to me quickly. As I was the receiver, it was my duty to go meet the donor. I cleared my schedule and went and met Bharat the next day. He said, "How can you take goods without informing me?" "Sir, I sent you an email when you joined the factory." I said, "Whenever there is a change in the management, we have always sent an email explaining the practice. We have had the same procedure for the last 10 years. The process was set up by Rakesh. Is there anything wrong?" If Rakesh sir stated it, I don't have any objection, but I am a new person. Is it not your duty to come and meet me? After all, this is a gift, so it cannot go without my permission. I haven't received your email at all. It was shock for me to see your team pack up the seconds and take them away. I said, "That's not true. You can see it in the logs of previous years. We take the seconds once a year in May and also send a thank you letter to your company. We will send the goods as soon as I receive an email from you," he said. I replied, "But we have already sent an email." Bharat argued, "Maybe, but I haven't received it. You can resend it." I came back to my office and was wondering about the real reason behind this unpleasantness. I checked my email and saw that I had received a read receipt of the mail that I had sent Bharat. That meant Bharat had seen my email and was lying to me. Still, I resent the email. As I sat my desk, I thought about what had happened. I realized that the email was not the issue. It was Bharat's ego. He was upset because I did not go to meet him as soon as he became the new manager. He thought that the best way to show his importance was to call and tell me that I could not take the seconds without his permission. Now I understood. I was not upset at all. If someone wants me to satisfy their ego by going and standing in front of them in person, I can do so for the sake of the poor children. If I did not go, I would not hurt myself, but I would hurt the poor children. Every human being has an ego, but it is up to us to decide how much we have and how we exercise it. Rakesh's son in law was young and had less life experience than Rakesh or me. I could have called Rakesh and told him about what was going on. However, I did not want this to become an issue and cause a fight in the family. But I knew that Bharat would definitely give me the bags in the end. The next morning, I got a call. "Madam, I received your email just now. Your assistants can come and collect the bags." Bharat never used the word sorry even though I was older than him. "Sorry, Bharat, for the miscommunication," I said. "Going forward, every May, we will send you a physical letter or so. After receiving the school bags, we will send you another letter thanking you. Is that okay? Is there anything else we can do to improve communication? Please let me know. We are ready to make changes." There was a pause on the other end. I took another breath and said, "Can you hear me?" "Yes, madam. We trust you. We don't need any letters." I kept the phone down and smiled. A fire cannot be extinguished with another fire. It is only water that can make a difference. This is the end of the story. Do you like it? Then comment it and subscribe our channel. Bye bye.